everyone, welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. I have with me Dilip Singh, who appeared in Maharashtra CET MBA 2021 and did exceedingly well in the examination. So welcome Dilip to this talk.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for welcoming me in this BYJU'S exam prep. So
Dilip, just introduce yourself, about yourself. Where are you from? What have you done in your graduation? Right? When did you start your preparation, etc.?
Okay, sir. So as I said, my name is Dilip Singh. I am from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, and it is previously known as Allahabad. And I belong from an army background. And I have done my schooling from the Prayagraj Kendra Vidyalaya New Kent. And after that, I did BTech in mechanical engineering from Punjab. And after that, I worked for 2 years in the power sector. And currently, I am working for an IT, one of the key IT companies in India. Yeah, so that's about me. And I have started my preparation from the last 2 years. And I am currently preparing for other exams as well.
Okay. So you were preparing for multiple examinations. This was one of the examinations.
Yeah. Specifically the management examination I'm preparing for.
Okay. Yeah. So this is Dilip, right? So you started well on advance, right? So like it takes time to, like, not everyone gets it in the very instant, right? These exams require you to have some sort of preparation, like at least some months or even years it might take. Right. So, Dilip, can you tell me something about your preparation journey? That what were your strong and weak areas when it came to preparation of this examination?
Yeah, sir. As I said, I started preparation from the last 2 years. So it takes a lot of time for me to prepare because I'm working so hardly. I spare 2 to 3 hours for studying. So it takes a lot of time to build concept. And first I done with my basics, then I practiced a lot. And when I talk about my strong areas and the weak areas, unlike other engineers, my quant section was very weak, and my strong area was quant and English. So I keep practicing the math concept every day, and also practices the logical section as well.
Okay, so people have a perception that engineers are always good at quant, but as Dilip said, that is not true, right? There can be exceptions as well, but yes, that can be mastered with constant practice, right? So he was a working professional, so obviously he couldn't get much time. So that is why like he could spare whatever time he had every day, and with regular practice, he was able to do. He was able to get a good grasp in the section and was able to do good in the examination. So that is something that must be known to the aspirants, that even if you are not great at something, with constant practice, you can achieve that level of perfection in that section. So Dilip, since you were working as well, how did you manage time for mock test, etc.?
Yes, sir. For that, you have to make a proper plan, and planning thoroughly is very important, because after coming from work, it is very difficult to study along with the work. So proper planning is must. Like when I came at 6 in the evening, I always I decided to at least give 2 hours every day. And like I said, it's been a long journey. So I'm a kind of person who is a slow learner. So I have practiced a lot, and 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 because of the slow practice, and today I got a good percentile.
Okay, so slow and steady wins the race, as the saying goes, right? So yes, if you are persistent with your efforts, even if you are not great, like some people are naturally good at aptitude, right? They are gifted with a high level of IQ, but others who are still consistent in their preparation, and if they do it sincerely, with sincere efforts and are regular, they definitely can achieve anything, right? So that is one such example we have with us, Dilip, right? So Dilip, did you take mock test? If you took, how many mock tests did you write? Did you go through past year papers? Because those are the things that make you see when you study, right? When you study concepts and all, that's all fine, but unless you solve questions in the given time frame, you don't get the gist that what is your speed. right? So
Yes,
tell
sir.
something about the number of mock tests so that aspirants also know that what should be the ideal number as per you, and how to go about that.
Yeah. So for me, mocks and the quizzes and the past paper is like everything for Maharashtra CET, because it is a time-based exam. If you are aiming to score high, if you want to score 99 plus percentile, then you have to be very quick and very fast. And this you have to develop. So for that, you have to write as many as mocks you can. For me, I have write around 20 to 25 mocks, and the daily, as I said, I have very less time. So to give a mock, at least you need 2 to 3 hours. But for my case, I give daily quizzes daily because it is hardly of 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes. So by giving daily quizzes, that helps me a lot. And in the daily quizzes, you can bookmark the question which you find hard, and keep practicing those questions. So for me, 20 to 25 mocks overall I have gave, and in the first mock that I gave, I got around 60 to 70 marks. Then slowly and steadily, I keep increasing the marks, and in the marks I got, I think, 120 to 130 marks, because it was not clearly mentioned, but yeah, I got 120 to 130 marks in the final results.
Okay, so great. So as you saw that he did not have a very great score in the initial mocks, but with constant practice and he was able to scale his score to 120 to 130. So just double that score. So for the aspirants who are starting, not be feeling that you are not able to score well in the mocks, because mocks are just they are meant for you to learn. You should learn from them, right? You should not worry about the mock scores, right? I'm getting 40, 50, right? Who knows, maybe you can go from from 50 and in the examination you may even cross 150, right? So you never know. So you should not be disappointed with mock scores. You should keep preparing for that, right? So I'm surprised that you were able to take 20-25 mocks despite your busy work schedule, but that's a good thing. Right. So, so tell me, how did BYJU'S exam prep help you? Apart from mock test, what are the things that help you in your preparation?
So, sir, I have been to many coachings before, but when I start preparing from the BYJU'S exam prep, uh, first of all, sir, you yourself scores all India rank to in the Maharashtra CET, which is a motivating factor for me, because the person who have already scored in the exam, they better know how to teach the concept. So that's why I've joined, and I've also seen the lectures. The best thing about the BYJU'S exam prep was the teachers. They are really competent, and they have vast experience. Like we have Savitri ma'am, she has a vast experience, and the variety of questions they taught us in the class was really very helpful, because in the LR section there are a variety of questions which come, and you have to build your speed and accuracy. So by just exam preps, online lectures will help me to build my basics, and after that I practiced all the concept in the daily quizzes, previous year papers, and the mocks, and that's helped me a lot.
Okay. So what was the most useful feature of our app that you found?
Yes, sir, for me it was the daily quizzes, because of the time constraint. Daily quizzes really helped me because of the short duration. There are sectional daily quizzes available, and also the complete daily quizzes are also available there. So the upcoming aspirants can practice this who have the time constraint. And because sitting for 2 hours, maybe for some people it will be exhausting, so they can practice with the small quizzes, and that will help them.
Yeah. So if one cannot sit for mock, some people think that I do not have like time to sit for a 2 or 3 hour mock, so I should not practice, right? Instead of them, like take the case of Dilip, he utilized his time, right? He saw that there were short quizzes, 15-20 minutes, that I think anyone can manage, right? Even if you have the busiest of the work schedule, you can at least spare 20-25 or max 30 minutes, right? So those were the things that he utilized. Every day he would sit and would take those daily quizzes. And whenever he must have had weekends or any day offs, he must have written mock tests. Right. So that was the key, that you have to be consistent. You should not be leaving your preparation. Like you should not be waiting like let the weekend come, I'll prepare during the weekend only, not on weekdays. Just utilize whatever time you have. Even if you utilize little bit of your time, let's say 30 minutes a day, that itself amount to a huge time. So Dilip, any last minute preparation tips? Like how did you change your preparation strategy during the last few days from the regular preparation strategy?
So for the last few days, I decided to not to study new concept and just brush up my previous concept. I just do revision and not give too many mocks in the last 2 weeks, because I don't want to be feel demoralized in the last in the final weeks, so that I gave only 2 mocks and I just brushed up with the previous concepts.
Yeah, so last few days should be kept for revision and not for studying something new. And as he said, that mocks also should not be taken too many mocks, because what happens is if you do not score well in those mocks, you might get demoralized. So
Yes.
that should be focusing on, the focus should be on just brushing up your concepts, understanding your mistakes, analyzing your past mocks, seeing that what are the things that you are making mistakes on, and accordingly preparing strategy for the examination day that you are going to start with this particular section, because Maharashtra CET is an examination where there is no sectional time, right? So you will devise some strategy. Okay, these are the things that I'm going to do in the examination, right? These particular topics I will not leave. These are the topics which I will do later, or I will skip those. So all those things should be formulated during the last few days of preparation. Okay, so Dilip, you were able to do good in the examination, and yes, you are a great example that how someone with who was initially average was not great, but eventually with consistent preparation, and apart from that, a working professional who could not dedicate much time but still managed to give some bit every day, and hence did well in the examination. What would be your advice to the new aspirants, the aspirants who are going to appear in 2022?
So I want to advise the upcoming aspirants to, first of all, they have to make a proper plan how they want to study, because studying here and there will land them nowhere. So proper planning and thorough planning, that this month I want to do this day I have to utilize like that, will definitely help them. And follow the BYJU'S exam preparation teachers tips and their program curriculum, so that they can perform well and write as many mocks as they can. And yeah, the final thing is that start early, because previous year the Maharashtra CET happened in the month of September or July or September, but this year maybe it will happen in the March or April. Yeah.
Yeah, so this time they should not be waiting that this will happen in September, because this that was obviously due to the pandemic. Under normal circumstances, the examination is held in March, mid-March, and one should start their preparation now itself, because the more time that you give for your preparation, the better prepared you are. Okay, and as he rightly said that you should have some structured study plan, right? You should not be
Yes.
studying randomly. You should know ki, I have to complete this syllabus by this date, right? I have to cover these many subjects on this particular day. I have to write mocks during these days, etc. Unless you have some structured plan, then it becomes difficult. But when you are in when everything's in place, that you have proper foolproof study plan, you follow the right methodology, the right teachers, etc., then of course your hard work matters, but that will give you a better score, rather than from some unstructured random studies and all.
Yes, I did the same mistake in the past 2 years. So then I realized that proper planning is the most important thing to
Okay.
get
So
good
he
percentage.
also faced the same thing. He was just something who would just study randomly, but then later he realized that structure is a must when you prepare for some competitive examination.
Yes, sir.
So Dilip, it was nice interacting with you, and congratulations once again. I hope you get into a decent college this time, right? And thanks for coming to this show and guiding the aspirants that what should they be doing, and sharing your experience, that how did you manage to do well in the examination, what should be done by the aspirants, especially the ones who are in the same category as you are, like the ones who are working professionals, do not get much time to prepare, how they should tackle, right? And others as well, that when should they start their preparation, what are the strategies they should follow, etc. So thanks for giving this
Yes, sir.
advice to this
Thanks a lot,
aspirant.
sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks for.
Okay, so this was Dilip with us. We wish him all the best for his future journey, and thanks for watching this video.